AQA Level 2 Sample Paper Calculator Section Question 13b. Okay, so we're still looking at the candle company, and this question says the company sells large candles for £9.60 each, including 20% VAT. How much VAT is there on each large candle? So we need to work out the VAT. Now we've got to be a little bit careful here. We know that's 20%, and it's tempting, this is wrong, to just find 20% of 960. But that's the wrong answer. We don't want to do that at all. The reason this is wrong is the price starts without VAT, and then you add the 20% on. So we need, if you imagine a candle price, if you imagine the cost of the candle, and then we find 20% of it, cost of the candle without VAT, and then find 20% of that and add that on, now you've got something this big. And if you find 20% of this large thing, and that's equal to, that's the 960, you find 20% of this, 20% of this is bigger than 20% of the cost of the candle without wax that we started from. So when you take 20% off, you'll be taking off more than you should. So we don't want to be doing the wrong thing here. This is often referred to as a reverse percentage question. We need to work backwards, basically. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Generally, the easiest method is to find out first what percentage we've got. And the original price of the candle without VAT is 100%, the full price of the candle, which is what we're interested in. Add on 20% VAT, and what we're dealing with here, the 960 is 120%, and we can convert that into an ordinary number as 1.2. So if we take 960 and divide it by the 1.2, we find out what 100% is. Type that into your calculator and you'll get 8. So the original cost of the candle without VAT was £8, and then we've added the VAT on. Is that the answer to the question? No, it isn't, because we've been asked how much VAT. So we've got the cost of the candle now. What we need is to work out how much VAT has been added on. Difference between the two is 1.6. We're dealing with money, so we want to write it in money format. And that's the answer we want.